Hey there everybody, this is Tony Hinker representing Team 082. We are doing a recording of the live demo. This is take number 17, and here we go. Alright, so we have various screens open for you that we're going to be using throughout the demo here. We have a terminal in the bottom left, which you'll be able to log into the server hosting your application and logging into MySQL to demonstrate various commands to prove what's happening in the database. Here are just notes that I'm keeping for myself that I'm going to use to guide you through the demo to make sure that we can demonstrate as much functionality as we can in the limited amount of time that we have. And up in the upper left here, you actually have our actual website. And this is our actual application. As you can see here, it's hosted on a server on a public IP address called 18.188.148.125, which is the same server I'm about to SSH into down below. All right, thank you. So let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is log into the server. Here I am. And then I'm going to log into the SQL server. All right, I am logged in. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the database that we're going to be using for our application, which is that. And then I want to show you the tables that we have defined. So here are the tables that are already defined. However, as you can see when I click view the tables, they are all empty currently. And to prove it to you, I'm using some select stars, and you see everything here is empty. All right? So everything is empty. So instead, what I'm going to do is source a bunch of test data, which, as you'll see here, I put in the temp directory. So I'm going to source that data. Boom. Now, when we click these view button tables, we can see that the data is populating. So hopefully that is enough to demonstrate that that's what these buttons do. So I'm going to be using them from now on to show you what's in the database. All right, so let's go through some steps. Step one, let's log in successfully. So let's log in as user one and pass one. If you see the user table, we see that we have a user one here with the password pass one. So let's log in with user one, pass one. Successful login. No, I do not want to save my password. All right, so now let's do an unsuccessful login. So let's log back out. Now let's log in with a user who's not in the system. So you see we're going to log in as MSXXX. As you see, there's no user with MSXXX here. And let's use the actual password for somebody. All right. Invalid username and password. All right, good. Now let's log in with a user that's actually in the system, but he sees the wrong password. So we're going to log in as MSZCZ. And we're going to use wrong pass as the password here. Again, invalid username and password. All right, this is going good. Now let's demonstrate registering a new user. So I'm going to click the register button, and let's use a user that's not in the system currently. So let's go as demo user. Username, we'll call him demo user. Password, let's give him a password 1. Password 1. And let's hit register. All right. It redirected us back to the login page. And now when we use the user table, you will see we have a user in the database called demo user with a password of password 1. All right. Now let's show you that clicking the cancel button takes you back to the login page. So if you hit register, blah, 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 hit cancel, back to the login page. All right, let's try registering a user that already exists. So if we go back to the register button, user 1 with a username of user1. As you can see, user1 already exists in the database here. So let's use the same password 1, hit register. Username already taken. All right, very successful. Now let's try to create a user with two passwords that don't match. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to say demo user 2, username demo user 2, password I'm going to say password 1, and password here I'm going to say password 2. Hit register. Password and confirmation do not match. All right, how awesome is that? All right, let's go back to the main page. Let's log in as an actual user. Let's log in as user 1, pass 1. All right, so now we are logged in. So let's practice creating an auction item. So now we're going to view what's currently in the database. Here's our view auction item table. All right. As you can see, these are all pretty legit items. So let's create a new one. Let's name demo item 1. That's the name of this. As you can see, there's nothing. I'm going to do a search here. Let's do a search for demo item. Nothing in there, right? So the best item to use for demos. This is definitely electronic. It's brand spanking new. Starting bid of $10. Minimum price of $20. Let's let it last 7 days. If someone's willing to spend $100 on it, we'll let them have it right away. And I don't want to accept any returns. Your item was listed successfully. Sweet! Now let's go back to the view the database here. View auction item table. In the very bottom, you'll see we have demo item 1. The best item to use for demos, returnable 0, all that good stuff. You'll see that we have no winning username. If you're interested, we can go back to select star auction item, and here it is. Right? All right. So that worked. Now, let's create an auction item unsuccessfully. Actually, we're going to skip 3Bs and 3Ds just for now. We might do that in the actual demo, but for now, let's skip to 4. All right. So let's go to 4A. Just trust me. 3B to 3F will work. 4A. All right. So we're going to search for an item. So let's search for an item by keyword. So here's our database. Let's search for Sony. Oh wait, we need to search for an item that hasn't ended yet. So let's look for some items in here. Snow shovel. Looks like it ends in May. So let's search for snow. Boom, there's snow shovel. How cool is that? Let's search for an item by category. So, as you can see, we have some items such as the Snowy, which is in home. The snow shovel is home and garden. Let's do that. Snow shovel and water hose. Both are still open. How cool is that? Let's search for an item by min price. Go back to inventory. Let's just go, I want to see a minimum price. So min, let's do $5. Boom. Here's everything that is currently with greater than a minimum price of $5. We don't need to demo all of these different things, but we could. Let's search for an item by condition. That's actually useful. Let's look only for the good items. You can see we got some 3s in here. Actually, there's some 4s. Let's search for some 4s. Any category. Go back to... All right. Here is everything Let's confirm. Demo item 1 is at least, yes, that's a 1. All right. Christmas cards is a 3. So when I search 4, 4 is actually bad. So let's go back and search for a, ooh, at least brand new. Kayak Labyrinth.